Hey, Katelyn.
Hey, Evan.
I have a topic to propose for this podcast episode. Katelyn,
Yes,
will you do a proposal podcast with me?
I do.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Evan and Katelyn podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about our proposal story.
Yeah.
Yay! We've gotten a few questions about this during our past few Q&As, and we've been saving it for a podcast because it's
kind of too much to talk about in a midstream.
Yeah, honestly, one of the objectives that I had for my proposal was I wanted to make a good story. I never thought would be telling it to as many people as we are today. Hello?
Hello.
Hopefully don't judge me too much. No, I think it went really well.
It's a good story. It was a good proposal.
Thank you.
The only judgment you might get is for being too thorough.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
Don't apologize. It's impressive.
So I think that we can start with a little bit of context.
Yeah.
Let's start with the ring, because the ring has its own story. I wanted to hold the ring.
Sorry.
It's very pretty.
It is.
I have a confession that goes along with this proposal story that we've had to share with our parents and everything when we shared the proposal story. We started looking at rings.
Like a few months into dating.
I mean, in the How We Met story, you already heard that we had been friends for 5 years.
Yeah, we knew each other really well.
We knew each other really well.
And before we started dating, we had talked about all of the really important life things that you want to make sure you're compatible on before entering a long-term relationship.
It was kind of funny though, because we shared this with each other later after the fact, but very soon into dating, I was thinking I could never really picture my life going forward because there are a lot of unknowns. And when I started dating you, it's things started filling in, and I knew that I wanted to marry you very early on. And I think we both admitted to each other that we felt that before we said anything. Yeah. And then I'm trying to remember the details here, all of the little details, but I think that we were at a mall in San Antonio, because Katelyn lived in San Antonio. I lived in Houston back then. We had a mall at a food court.
I think we were at, what's the big downtown one in San Antonio?
The big downtown mall.
Yeah, we're
on the
river walk, which I don't know why we were there.
I don't know. Were we on a date?
At the mall?
I don't know. I think maybe we ate downtown at the Riverwalk and we were walking around maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know the exact
I remember
details.
being at the food court.
I remember being at the food court, and I remember walking past a ring place, and Katelyn and I kind of looked at each other wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy?
Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be so silly?
So silly, so crazy.
Look at rings. And then we really got into it. And then that's how we kind of broached the topic of marriage.
I feel like we had I feel like knowing us, we would have talked about it.
We probably would have talked about it. Yeah.
I do remember
so funny to think about us back then, tiptoeing a little bit around, we didn't really tiptoe around anything. We just jumped into the dating, right away. There's no games. There's no holding anything back or anything like that. It was nice, but it is so funny to think about us when I was so nervous to tell you that I liked you. I was so nervous because we had been friends for 5 years. It makes sense, but
it's funny. There's a lot on the line when you're good friends first, because if it doesn't work out, it could mess up your friendship. So there's a lot more stress than entering into a typical relationship.
And Katelyn was the type of friend that I knew that I was going to be friends with for a long time. It's those are the rare friends that I just really get along with this person on all sorts of things. We love hanging out. There's no drama between us at all. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad that I'm her friend. Anyways.
One interesting thing, this is going back a bit, but saying how we both kind of knew even earlier than we told each other that we wanted to marry the other person.
Yeah.
One thing, and I remember it specifically because it was part of my wedding vows.
Yeah.
But I read an excerpt from my journal where I had written we haven't even kissed yet, and I know that I want to marry him. And it's just like such a weird thing to think about. Like that's so like not usual, you know? That's not that's a usual thing.
Our relationship isn't the most usual.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just starting a backup recording.
Oh, I was like, I saw you look over and I was like, oh, what's happening?
No.
Did we forget to record?
I just like, I want to capture this conversation for me too. I just love walking down memory lane. And I don't want to redo this recording. This is like special. So I'm backing it up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Having a secondary recording.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. But yeah, we were at the mall and we decided to look at rings. And I feel like after that, we were just like on a very fun secret mission that we didn't tell anyone else about because like we felt weird admitting to other people that we were already looking at rings.
So we were long distance dating, and every weekend I went to visit Katelyn in San Antonio because her car was on its last legs.
Yeah.
And probably fairly regularly would go to like one jeweler and then another and then another. And Katelyn had a very specific vision in mind that formed as we kept on kind of looking at rings. And we realized we weren't ever going to find it. So which
is weird because I feel like it's the
simplest ring design. It's just like a circle.
It's a circular cut diamond. I don't remember all the like fancy terms. On like a raised setting. Man, I knew all the terms at one point. And then the band has like diamonds, tiny ones set in the band, kind of like on the front of it. And I wanted like the band of the engagement ring to match the band of the wedding ring. And that's it. It's super, super simple.
But I think that like it was too simple.
It was too simple.
And it didn't exist anywhere.
Yeah, everything was like way too fancy and way too intricate.
For you.
For me.
Yeah, for what the vision that you had in your mind. So we custom designed it.
We did.
We were still long distance dating at that time when we chose the wedding ring. And when I went to pick it up because it
was at a place in San Antonio.
Yeah, because like Katelyn and I designed it together. It was Katelyn. And then we ordered it while we were living apart. And then when I was visiting Katelyn, I was like, well, I need to run an errand. I'll be back in a little bit. And like Katelyn knew what it was.
What else could it be?
What else could it be? So I came back all like really excited, like, oh, and Katelyn was like, wow, what's that you got there? But I couldn't show it to her because.
Well, yeah. But it was so funny because you're like, oh, nothing suspicious. And I'm like, oh, what's that you've got?
Nothing suspicious. But like that's how secrets between us work.
Yeah.
We acknowledge that there's a secret thing. And then like I just say, hey, I'm doing a secret thing. And Katelyn's like, thanks for the heads up.
I'll make sure not to accidentally like walk in while you're like working on your surprise.
Yeah. So it's like when I'm doing something for Katelyn's birthday or Christmas or something, I'll just like let her know, like, don't come into this room without knocking because I'm working on a present for you. Yeah. It's great. It's a great way to like have secrets from each other.
And by secrets, really, you mean surprises.
Surprises. Yeah. It's not a secret. So that's the ring story. Yeah. Now the proposal, I think we can tell it kind of from two perspectives, like all of my prep and my thought work and all of that, or Katelyn's like how she experienced. And I think it'd be more fun to just hear how you experienced it first. And if I have anything to add as like the behind the scenes mastermind, then I can kind of chime in or hit on it later.
Yes. Okay. So I will start by going a few weeks before a week or so before the proposal. Both of our families do like a big family reunion every other summer. And so the summer Evan proposed was going to be his first time attending one of my family reunions.
And this isn't a small family reunion.
No.
There's like
big. 40
or 50 people there.
It's a lot. It's a big family reunion.
The only reason I wasn't super intimidated is because alternating summers, there's my family reunion too, which is also like 50 people. So it's like,
I think even a little bigger.
It's like when I was with Katelyn's family at her family reunion, I felt like I was just at like a strange parallel dimension of
your family,
my family reunion. I was like, this is the exact same. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was nice and crazy in a super cool way.
And so going into it, I remember you saying like, hey, so are you gonna like, because I think I had told my mom by that point that like I knew you had a ring and that, you know, we had talked about getting married, but I don't remember if I had told my dad yet. I mean, my mom probably told my dad like immediately. But I remember you being like, so are you gonna tell your dad, you know, like kind of, you know, prime the path for me, you know, like let him know. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I could maybe bring it up or something.
I can bring it up, you know. Didn't know if there'd be like a good time at the reunion because like we're always surrounded by everybody. And so we go to the reunion, super fun. And when we get back, so it was around one of our anniversaries. And so Evan had said like, hey, when we get back home, I actually like booked, I think you said like you booked dinner or something, like a date for our anniversary.
Yeah.
So like when we get home, you know, we don't have a ton of time. You should go ahead and like get ready.
Yeah, yeah. Because we hadn't been on a date for a while.
Yeah, we hadn't been on a date, and it was like a week away from an anniversary or something. And so I was like, oh yeah, that sounds super awesome. So I'm getting ready. You know, we haven't even unpacked yet. We've just gotten home. And meanwhile, Evan, unbeknownst to me, is hiding little clues around the apartment.
For a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Just a regular...
Well, here's the thing. Okay, you did cute stuff like that all the time. So, like...
It wasn't that unusual.
It wasn't that unusual. So I finished getting ready, and Evan, like, I think you handed me the first clue.
Oh, yeah. Wait, should we get what the clue led to? Like the physical thing?
Oh, get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
So we can show the...
It's in the living room.
Yeah, do you want to get it?
Okay. Are you going to continue the story while I'm gone? What are you going to talk about?
I'm just going to sit here because I'm not wearing pants and I don't want to get up. This is fun.
Okay, I'll get it. I'm not going to reveal it yet.
No. I just wanted you to have it for the reveal.
Yes. Okay. So I'm finishing up getting ready. I'm all dressed in like a fancy dress. I got my makeup done and all this. And Evan hands me a clue. And I'm thinking it's like an anniversary surprise.
Yeah.
Because you doing like cute things and clues and like presents, even if we've said we're not doing presents, is like...
I mean, I asked you to be my girlfriend via a Nerf gun fight.
Yeah, that's true.
With clues.
So... Yeah, Nerf gun fight and clues. And so I start doing the scavenger hunt. It's like leading me around the apartment. And I still don't expect anything.
And what shape are all the clues in?
They're cut out paper hearts. Like these little kind of like geometrically shaped paper hearts. So all the clues, I'm like collecting them. And was it before I got to the final clue that you set up the camera?
I might have had it running the whole time.
You might have had it running the whole time.
Oh, no. I was filming you. I filmed you doing the scavenger hunt.
You filmed me doing the scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So I had the camera out from the beginning to not bring any suspicions up.
Yeah, somehow. How was I not suspicious? I don't know. We liked documenting things. This is long before YouTube. But we were doing like 1 second a day videos. Yeah. And it was not uncommon for us to like film things just to like have them recorded. Yeah, memories. So I was like, again, I still didn't suspect anything. And so he's giving me the clues, and it leads me to this book. So bonus for anyone who's watching the podcast on YouTube.
And on the front, it says, Forever and Ever.
And it has a picture of a heart.
Yes. Like with geometric all
in a similar shape to the clues that were cut out. I won't go through the whole thing, but it is a lot of very sweet and cheesy poems.
So sweet, so cheesy.
They're so cheesy.
So we're sitting there. What was I reading it to you, or were you reading it to me?
I was reading it. We're on the couch in our apartment. The camera's running. I'm reading through all these poems and like looking at the photos and stuff. And then I get to the last one. Oh, there's all the clues. Oh, here's all the clues. I get to the last one, and the rest of the pages are cut out.
Yeah, like 100 pages.
In the shape of, the last 100 pages are cut out in the shape of a heart, and in the recessed area is the ring.
Oh, no, Katelyn. The last picture.
The last photo was a photo of the ring.
The last picture was photos of the ring.
Yeah.
And then that's when Katelyn just started squealing. She was like, I don't know. It was very cute.
A lot of people cry. I just started going,
It was so cute. I loved it. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and it's funny, the whole video is out of focus.
Whole video's out of focus, but it gets the point across.
It gets the point across. So yeah, it was really cute. And then so I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet, so cute. The book, the scavenger hunt, the poems, everything.
And then I pull out a computer.
And then he pulls out a computer. And I'm like, okay. And he pulls it out, and it's all these videos from like all my closest friends, my family members, all saying like, congrats, Evan and Katelyn. Like so happy you're getting married. All these like congratulation videos, including my parents. You'd already talked to my dad, of course. Like you talked to him at the reunion to like, get his blessing and stuff. Even though you had like been priming it for me, like making me think that
on like literally when we were on our way back from the airport to our apartment. Oh, and this is another thing that
that's when you were like, are you going to talk to your dad? It was
after. The other thing is, and this didn't tip Katelyn off either, but my family and Katelyn's family were getting together 2 weeks after at her parents' house.
Yeah.
Where both of our families were going to be together. Like everyone was going to be together.
But at the same time, I mean, I have a reason for not suspecting anything because like at the time, my family was living in California, and your family visits California every year anyway. And like the area they visit is only like 20 minutes away from where my parents live.
Wouldn't it have been so clever if someone had set this all up?
Wouldn't it have been so clever?
And then so while we're on our way back from
that's when you were asking
the airport to our apartment,
yeah,
I was like,
it was after the reunion.
You need to like when we're in California, you need to like work on your dad because like
you need to like prime
I want to talk to him soon and like ask for his blessing on our relationship so that
I don't know how because you're such a bad liar.
But like I was like I had to do it. I had to do it for this.
Had to.
Everything was on the line. So I like right before I proposed to you, I threw you off.
Yeah, you did.
To like help with the
to help me not suspect when I saw the camera and
because like she knew I had the ring. I had to do everything I can to make it a surprise.
Yeah, I still don't know how I wasn't. Well, because you threw me off.
I threw you off?
You threw me off.
Oh, and then so I showed you all the videos, and then I'm like...
And you would like some of the videos were recorded at the reunion, like from my family members. Yeah. And then some you would like reach out to friends and stuff beforehand, and they recorded videos. And
then I told Katelyn to pack her bag.
Yep, because we were going to go, and we were indeed going out to a fancy dinner. Yes. But we were going to go to a fancy dinner, spend the night downtown, get massages in the morning. And he also booked a photographer.
No, not just a photographer.
Well, no. I'm about to. He'd also booked a photographer to do like a downtown engagement photo shoot, which like was one of the things I was so excited about is like getting engagement, like cutesy, lovey-dovey engagement photos. And because I had mentioned in a passing comment, like, oh man, because my nails often look terrible. I had mentioned at some point how like I want my nails to look nice to like post the wedding, the engagement photo, the eventual engagement photo.
And then I just kind of wrote that down in my little notepad in my head.
He had also booked an appointment for me to get my nails done before the photo shoot.
Also, one thing that's interesting, and I completely understand it, but a lot of photographers don't want unedited photos released. Like, so when they take their photos, they don't want like someone sharing photos attached to that photographer's name that aren't looking good. Mm-hmm. But I knew that Katelyn would want those photos right away. So I made sure to like find a photographer that would literally hand the flash drive over at the end of the session. We could plug it into a computer and grab all of his raw photo files. Because Katelyn is an artist. She's been using Photoshop since she was 13. She knows what she's doing. So I made
knew
sure
I would want creative control.
Yeah. She wanted the raw. Like, I knew that she would want the raw photos, and she would want the photos right away. So that right after the photo shoot, then Katelyn could send the pretty photos to her family right away, and those are the photos that would be shared around. Because really, it's the first photo of the ring that gets shared around everywhere.
That's the one that gets shared.
Not the ones that like months and months later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was another thing that I had to make sure, like, okay, photographer that will give us the SD cards.
It was so much like coordinating.
And I brought a computer too. And a computer and multiple SD card readers, just in case. I didn't know what F4 size he had. Was it micro SDs, mini SDs, SDs? I don't know. I had to bring all the adapters.
Yeah. And we also had brunch.
Oh, brunch.
Which was like so freaking good. And our dinner, we had like the dinner that we were in like the private wine room, and then we got to
attached to the kitchen.
Well, there's a private wine room, but then we went into like the special dining area in the kitchen for them to like make dessert for us in the kitchen. It was super cool. It was super cool. Like so fancy. The wine bottle. And we're not even like big wine people, but since we were in the wine room and it was like a special occasion, we were like, we don't really know what kind of wine we like. Can you recommend something? So he gave us this wine, super tasty, and we got
best wine I've ever had in my life.
And we got to take home the bottle, and that bottle is the bottle that like, so for cooking, like, you know, we use a lot of olive oil, and so I have a wine bottle with a little pour spout on it with olive oil in there, and that's the bottle from the night we got engaged.
Yeah.
I still use all the time. It's in the kitchen right now. You've maybe seen it in some of our videos during the cooking segments.
Yeah. Man.
AKA the ads. But
it's fun thinking back on all of that.
I know. It was
I got you so good.
And it rained for partway through the engagement shoot.
Oh yeah, and the photographer just kept on shooting.
He kept going, but we ended up getting some like super cool photos. And like because it was raining, there's these fountains downtown, and they turned them off because it was raining. But because we were taking an engagement photo shoot, we're like, can you turn them back on? And we were like, we just got engaged and we're getting our photos taken. And so they turned them back on for us, and then we just could like totally get drenched because it was raining anyway.
It was so fun.
It was super fun. Yeah.
And it's so great too. The photographer that we booked, we just got in his car, and he would like drive from one spot to another spot to another spot. Would just jump out, take photos, jump back into the car, drive to another spot in downtown Houston. It was all like downtown Houston has like this really cool green area and all these like cool architecture and all sorts of cool places to take photos. And he knew all of those places, so he just took us to all of his favorite downtown photo places. It
was really fun,
and we just had a wild, like, I don't know. It was just I'd
like
never done
downtown
like
adventure.
That.
I know,
downtown
me
adventure,
neither.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was super fun.
So what was the most surprising part to you?
Sorry, I
don't want to like put you on the spot, like for you to choose like one thing. But
I think the most, oh man,
just like the fact that I did it right then.
The fact that you did it right then. But if I'm looking at the smaller elements, like the more individual elements, I think one of the things that surprised me the most was the videos from the family and friends.
Oh yeah.
Just because like it was just so many, and it's like also so many people that could have accidentally slipped up because they knew we were getting engaged. And it was like, you know, some of my closest friends that I talked to like about like knowing that we were going to get engaged, and none of them spilled the beans. My mom, who is really bad at secrets, did not spill the beans at all.
Very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud. Well, I didn't wait too far in it. Like I didn't do it too far in advance. I was just like
smart.
About a week out when I asked for all the videos. Yeah, because like I was trying to like combine, like I was trying to like obviously tailor all of this to Katelyn, and I was like, what are all of her favorite things? What are everything that she's gonna want? And I knew that she was gonna want to call everyone and like share it and everything. And I knew that she'd like want to like have a moment like that with everyone. But I also wanted to like, you know, go out on a date, and I also wanted to get the photos, and I also like there's so many things to fit in. So I tried to like combine all of the best pieces together to create this like experience just for you that has all of your favorite things like squished together in a way, like a really dense
squishing
of your favorite things.
Yeah. I
don't know. It was fun.
It was so fun. And also, like, because it was such an awesome proposal, I had a lot of fun telling it over and over again to everybody.
Yeah, I did want to create like a good story where it's like,
story.
and then.
It was fun to like brag on how thoughtful you were.
The dinner was like a really special thing, and I didn't even fully know how special it was.
Being in like the private room and everything.
Yeah, like they threw in like everything that happened at that like the dinner that night. Not all of it I fully planned for. I'm not sure if I told you that. I just booked like a dinner reservation at this like hotel restaurant in this special room. I didn't fully know that it was attached to the kitchen. I didn't know that the chef was going to come and like pull us into the kitchen and cook us dessert in the kitchen and everything.
That's so cool.
And all of that. Like a lot of that was like they kind of got pulled into the story along with us, and they kind of were like, this is fun. It's like engagement. Let's make it special for them and everything.
Yeah.
So like props
that's fun, because then it was like some like surprises for you too.
Yeah.
Man, it was so fun.
I kind of want to go on a date there again sometime.
I know. Maybe some time.
Maybe in a year or so.
When will things open up again? Yeah, that would be fun though. It's so funny. Because I've been thinking about, a lot of people are like, oh, what's the first thing you're gonna do like when things go back to normal? Yeah. For me, the main thing I want to do is like eat at fancy places.
Go on dates.
I want to go on dates to like fancy.
I want to be fancy.
Fancy. I don't know. Because, like, I mean, we still are, like, able to get takeout and stuff from a lot of, like, places around here. But, like, the one thing that's a little bit harder to do is go on, like, a fancy date. Because, I guess we could get takeout food from some of these fancy places. But, like, some of the reason you want to go to a fancy place
is for the fancy place.
Because, like, to feel fancy when you're there and, like, be out. And so, like, that's the thing that I've been, like, craving doing with you once things, kind of go a little bit more back to normal.
We'll do it.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
One thing I was wondering, did you ever picture how your proposal would be? Did you ever picture it was just going to be at your apartment with just your boyfriend just getting down on a knee and just proposing in your apartment?
No, I didn't really picture it being at the apartment, but I'm trying to think like if I...
Because like if you break it down to like the basics of what it is, we just got engaged at our apartment. I just got down on a knee and just asked her if she wanted to marry me. Yeah.
Surrounded by a whole bunch of others.
Yeah. Surprises. I mean, it was really special, but it's funny, like, minimizing it like that. I don't know why. It's just funny.
I think because, like, it was so much work and so much logistics.
It was a lot of logistics.
That you had been doing. But, yeah, it is interesting to think, like, I didn't really have, like, a vision of when you might do it. All I knew is that you had the ring.
Yeah.
And that it would happen at some point.
I did like entertain. Oh my gosh, what if I pulled up the proposal oh my gosh, I don't think I've even shown this to you. I have a proposal planning document.
Do you have, is it
on Drive? I think it's still on Drive. I wonder if I can pull it up and look at our old...
Look at your notes?
Look at my notes.
Of course you would have a document.
Of course I'd have it. You know it. But you... Yeah, I'm just going to search proposal.
Oh, man.
There's just a lot of business.
Proposal planning.
Okay, don't look. I want to make sure that like I don't like... I still might use some of this. I don't know.
Okay, I won't look. Yeah, for future surprises. I'm not looking. Share some of your notes.
Because I did like at one point think... Oh, you can look.
Okay.
Because I did think one of the things is I was like, should we go on a really nice vacation? And I set up the camera and then like... secretly propose somehow or something like that. But like, I feel like you'd expect it then. Would you have expected it more?
I mean, I want to say yes, but I also would have thought that I would expect it in the current situation. I think the hard thing is like, then you have to plan a whole vacation and get to that. And like, you can't just like plan a vacation willy-nilly.
Yeah, because we plan vacations like it's a very like, group effort. We plan everything out together to make sure that we are 100% on board with all of the things.
And it's like we're both working and like we might not have been able to do it for months if we were waiting for a vacation.
And that was like the perfect time to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
this was a little bit outdated because I still need to figure out scavenger hunt, hotel, dinner, photographer. But like timing during reunion, to-do list of like what to do during the reunion. The day we get back, set up scavenger hunt, set up camera at a filming location, video her scavenger hunt progress, put camera on tripod, read the story to her, propose, play videos. Like I have it all listed out, pack for hotel, go out to dinner, like nails done, photographer, overall plan, timing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I had different things because like I have an overall plan. I'll reserve a private room at Churrasco's for after. But then I found an even better place.
Yeah.
So it's like possible alternatives. Car service to pick her up. I'm at hotel getting it ready. Oh, what? Oh, this is another. I didn't even tell you this. One alt plan that I had for the proposal is like I came up with an excuse to leave the reunion early or something like that. So it's like I would leave like the reunion early. You would finish it out. And then I would come back to the house, decorate everything, put candles everywhere, light it up everywhere, get a car to pick you up, or I would pick you up or something like from the airport or something. Because I was like, how can I like have everything perfect and everything all ready, but also like pick her up from the airport? So I was like thinking I could maybe have a car pick her up, but then that would make her suspicious. I don't know.
I'm glad you didn't do that because that would have meant you had to leave early, and I'm glad you got to stay the whole time.
Oh yeah. Another alternative is like I was going to tell you that I'm making a surprise dinner for you, and you can't see what I'm making. And then like when like I would pick you up, and then when you get back to the apartment, I'd like blindfold you, take you back into like the bedroom or something, and then like make you wait there while I like quickly light all the candles and like set everything up. And like I was thinking I could cook dinner for you, or I could take, it's like all these different things.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was thinking about like writing stickies sticky notes of like all of like the quotes that we had, all of the things I like love about you, because I had a list, by the way. That was another alternative thing. And like cover the entire apartment with stickies. And then like I was going to do a path of candles leading from the bedroom out to the main room. Custom playlist of songs playing, ? Have some sort of painting. Ooh, do a custom painting. Yeah.
You did give me a painting for my birthday.
There's another alternative idea. Be waiting in a huge cardboard box and have her open it. And I was going to be in the cardboard box.
With the ring?
Yeah, with the ring and flowers or something. I don't know. Like have flowers waiting for her. I have all these notes.
This is great.
I'm
just thinking like the sticky notes. I feel like it would take so many more sticky notes.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd buy like 10,000
jumbo sticky notes, huge sticky notes, and write into big font.
Yeah.
I had like a few different ways to like lead into the proposal. Oh. I have like some wordings right here. I don't know exactly what wording I used, but I'm not sure if it's this.
I don't know because like you ended up doing the book. The book was kind of the lead in.
Yeah, but I was thinking like I'd like get down on one knee and then say this like really good line and then ask you to marry me. Balloons with sweet things on them. Oh, so instead of sticky notes. On them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was going to do balloons and like Sharpie on them, all sorts of things like that. Oh, I was also thinking about having
take notes if you're thinking about proposing.
I was thinking about like open like giving you, because it was our anniversary, and I was going to give you an anniversary card for our 0-year wedding or proposal anniversary or something like that. And I was like, wait, but we're not getting married. But would it be a 0-year anniversary of proposing? So I think I scrapped that one.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
I
love that you have this super elaborate. This is a multi-page document.
Oh, it's long.
It's really long.
I have a list of video that I wanted to get.
From all the like friends and family. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like a checklist, and I have the status of each marked.
Oh yes.
Scavenger hunt. I had each note planned of like what was going to be written on the note and where I'd hide it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I handed her the first one while she's in the bedroom, and then like back and forth, because then it all needed to tie together.
Yeah.
I had research document of all the places we might eat out, like a list of different places.
Oh my god.
Create a web page before I propose with funny pictures and telling the world how much I love her. Okay, planning for the book.
I think you told me about the website idea.
For one anniversary, didn't I make a website? I did make a website. Oh,
that's why I'm getting confused. Because I was like, you did show me a website.
I did make a website for one of our anniversaries.
Yeah. See, he's always doing like very elaborate proposal worthy things.
Oh, and once I faked her out. I gave her like a gift for. It was when I gave you the computer.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was when you gave me the computer.
Was it for what? And what was it for?
It was for my birthday.
For your birthday? Yeah, and I did sit you down on a chair, and I got down on one knee, and I like said some corny line, and then I spun you around, and it was a computer instead, or something like that. So
I think like that might be something that like might upset some people, but because like I knew you, it's like I knew you were gonna propose at some point.
I didn't make it too like I didn't like make it later on too much. I didn't at all. No. Know your wife, future wife. Oh yeah, have it dedicated, like different like words on like, you know, I planned out what words to write. Simple cover, black, white lettering, heart on front.
Yeah.
Heart is geometric shaped, 2 colors of gray in background.
So very.
Print a heart on the last 100 pages and cut them all out. Try writing a poem about her. I actually did write. Was a poem.
You wrote a poem.
The back page facing the ring will have a whole bunch of words describing us and what I think our relationship will be like. Book content.
There's your poem, baby.
There's my poem. That's a long poem written out. Dang. Oh my gosh.
That's a lot. Did you use all of those? I guess you did.
Old plans. Oh. Timing. Trip to see your friends after? Oh yeah. That's just another thing. I was thinking like, should we go on like a road trip to see all of your friends after the proposal? And we could like have like meetups in like the 2 main cities where your friends were. So we could like have like little get together parties there.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's so funny looking at this and like the whole long document and all the planning and work.
That was a lot
that went into it.
Locations: picnic, heart-shaped sandwiches, lots of balloons floating, photographer, hot air balloon ride, sneak a photographer on with us.
How are you planning on doing that?
It's like, because sometimes like groups get on to hot air balloons. So it's like we could be a group ride on a hot air balloon. And then like there's just a person taking photos and then they. That'd be a good one too. Yeah. I was going to like hide from you somehow and then text you clues on how to find me or something like that and send like fun text messages along the way on your hunt towards me. One proposal I had, this would have been bad. It would have like taken the focus away from the reunion. But I was like, what if I proposed at the reunion? That'd be crazy. And then like I'd like a whole bunch of envelopes and I gave them all to her cousins and then I'd hide. And then like your cousins would give you all these like envelopes or something like that. I don't know.
It could have been cool. The trouble there is my family is so hard to wrangle.
Yeah. Like I thought about going into Austin to propose. Oh, one thing I was gonna like, I don't know. I just was like, when you're brainstorming ideas, don't cross anything out. You never know what it'll lead to. Hangman with the words "marry me" as the like thing to guess. And I was like, no, that doesn't work at all.
Incorporated somehow.
You know, who knows? I had multiple things like do some art something.
That's a great note.
And up above like the wedding or like the painting. Silly ideas. I had a whole section for like silly off the wall things. Get a Nerf bow. Paint the bow like a tree growing from tips to branches in the feathering. Get a handkerchief. Fill it with glitter in the ring. Stuff it into the bow. Shoot it at her. Get a Nerf gun. Attach hearts to the Blake. Random things.
Oh man, that'd be bad if it got lost.
You know,
ricocheted
just
off.
Spitballing ideas. Man, the font on this is 8.
It's so
8 point font, and it's such a long document.
I know.
Wow. I can't believe that. Like, I meant to show that to you.
This
I
is my first time seeing
never
it.
till right now. That's really fun.
So many years later. That's a document from 2012. So 8 years later, seeing it. That's crazy.
Wow.
This is fun to talk about.
This was really fun. Wow. Well, guys, thank you for coming along this journey down memory lane with us.
We got to do our thing of the week. We're not done.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's time for thing of the week.
Okay, so I will start with my thing of the week.
Yes.
And it is fluorescent pigment.
I wonder if it's chosen because we just did a fluorescent pigment video on D&D dice that we made.
Maybe. Yeah, it's so cool. And we've done glow powder pigment before, and we talked about this some in the after show on Patreon. But fluorescent pigment is just so much brighter and glowier than glow powder. It's so cool.
So let me describe fluorescent pigment. Glow powder, when it gets UV light, glow powder charges almost like a little battery, and it slowly releases that energy back out. Mm-hmm. And because it has an extended release of energy, it glows in the dark, but it's not always the brightest.
And another thing is you have to use so much of it in the pigment that it becomes,
you have to use a lot.
Kind of milky looking almost.
Fluorescent powder is, I don't fully know exactly how it works, but basically UV light is a spectrum of light that comes from the sun naturally, and you can get UV bulbs. They're black lights. Now, when you have a black light, you might notice that it's on, but it doesn't light up the room that much unless it hits things that fluoresce. Like white often fluoresces. Certain whites fluoresce. Mm-hmm. But basically how fluorescent pigment works is the UV light shines on it. Basically UV light is outputting energy, but it doesn't create much visible light. Now fluorescent pigment is a specific type of color and pigment that energizes and turns the energy from the UV light into visible light of neon shades. And that's why it glows so bright, is because it's actively turning UV light into visible light in this neon color, where glow powder does it passively over time.
Yeah.
So it's just brighter and more vivid and more bang for your buck. Sorry, I went on a very long tangent there on your thing.
If you are, I know a lot of people after watching our videos have let us know that they're starting to get into resin and they're having fun with it and experimenting. Man, if you want to have a party, add some fluorescent pigment. Yeah. Because it's awesome.
You also need strong UV lights. I got some 60 watt UV lights that I think are in the description. Did we put those in the description?
Of the video? Of the dice video? Yeah,
cool,
they're in there.
Cool. All right. So my thing of the week is some good news. It's a new YouTube channel that was created by
John Krasinski.
Krasinski.
From The Office. He's Jim in The Office.
My gosh, it's just so genuine, wholesome, encouraging, well done. So John Krasinski was an actor in a scripted television show, and he's taken some of the personality, and he's just like his good personness, and he making YouTube videos genuinely and well produced and everything takes different skills and everything than
acting in a scripted thing.
Acting in a scripted way, and he did it really well. He's basically a news anchor presenting good news that happened this week. Mm-hmm. And at the moment of recording, there's 4 episodes, but it's just done so well, and it just makes me happy.
And it also he does very elaborate things too. Some of it's just reporting good news that is submitted. But then I won't give anything away, but he does these much more elaborate things to make somebody's day, for example.
Yeah.
And it's just really cute and wholesome.
Yeah.
If you need to pick me up, I just told my mom about it recently, and she texted me and she was like, "SGN is so good."
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really.
It might make you cry, but in a really good way.
In a happy way.
Happy way.
Yeah.
It's a good happy thing.
Really good. It also makes me want to watch The Office.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's special
proposal cast.
Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. If you enjoyed this episode, we have plenty more that you might enjoy. This is episode 58. I can't believe we've done so many podcast episodes.
Crazy.
And if you also think someone in your life might enjoy it, would appreciate if you shared it with them. And if you want to help the Evan and Katelyn podcast out, you can go over to iTunes or whatever your favorite podcast app that allows you to rate podcasts and give us, I don't know, I'd like a 5-star. Would you like a 5-star, Katelyn?
Like a 5-star, and I accept nothing else.
Anyways, hope you're having a good day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next podcast episode.
Bye.
Bye.